Richard.
I think she took it with her.
Do you think she said?
I think she swallowed.
And he gambled
his first pay packet. Anybody else to
sense.
get it?
Break my fingers. Well, that stopped me being able. Said from what we're hearing, Nash fortunately have suffered and lost their lives, and particularly high-profile people over in the state. That we're still
there.
Having that sort of following makes a statement like that. Perhaps now for 12 to 15-year-olds. Nicki Minaj is a massive. Stairs actually carries some weight, so thank goodness the chief medical officer of England debunked what she said. And I think a lot of people are concerned that Plan B might become the main plan. You know, if you're on the tube. And, you know, Transport for London will tell you there is a regular change of air on, and they're not wearing masks. People are going to think, well, hang on a moment, they'll be given to
initially,
those that went in to talk to you, to ask about Michael Gove has been sort of present by his absence, has a new job. He is in charge of saving Christmas, wasn't it?
And they're not...
Kevin, because this is a key question. How much of it is Brexit?
I think it disappeared.
A very good morning to you. It's just gone 6:30. Welcome to the programme. And speaking of Maureen Lipman, that lady owes me a wedding ring.
I beg your pardon?
She owes me a wedding ring.
Lipman?
Years ago, me and the missus went to see her in her clapping. I can still see it now, arcing, twinkling as it went through the... I think she's got it.
Flew through the air.
It's an engraved ring. I think she caught it in her teeth.
And now, where do you think she...
And then I think she happened...
Days.
And it was engraved too.
This is the reason, actually, why we have her on the programme.
I heard she was...
Investigate the case.
I said, book her.
Somebody we had on the programme yesterday, Paul Merson, who spoke very emotionally about the impact of gambling addiction, in particular, on him and his family. There has been an enormous response to what he says.
He was amazing, wasn't he?
The charity GamCare said there had been a massive rise in calls to the National Gambling Helpline. Let's just remind ourselves of what Paul told us yesterday.
He was telling me after the show that some of the superstitions...
There's a story in the book, Hooked, which is a remarkable account of his 45-year gambling addiction. I mean, he started when he was 16. And he talks about the fact that in between games, there was a time he was sitting in a hotel room on his own, because he says addiction wants you to be on your own, because there's no sense. And he couldn't work out how to stop. He didn't know how to stop. And he thought... And this is how his brain worked. If I break my fingers, he actually thought about finding a hammer to break his fingers in order to stop him. I went yesterday talking to him, wasn't it? Because he was very open, and I think Gambling Helpline, lots of people encouraged to find help.
What became clear, and I think this is in the book as well, and I've heard this over and over again from people interviewed.
What famous high-profile people say can have a huge impact. And from what Paul Merson said yesterday about gambling addiction to what Nicki Minaj said about the vaccine is quite a leap, let me tell you. She tweeted, "My cousin in Trinidad won't get the vaccine because his friend got it and became impotent. His testicles became swollen." A moment yesterday in the press conference where the chief medical officer, Chris Whitty, was asked about Nicki Minaj's tweet.
She's absolutely unabashed and unashamed. This was her response pretty soon afterwards.
Professor Whitty, one of the world's
biggest... She gives an impersonation of a very, very posh English accent. Here we go. No comprehension. She's got 22 million followers, and she has no comprehension that ridiculous tweet actually does do real damage.
Well, Dr. Hillary, I mean, the program as one of the central planks of Plan everybody has respect for, and that is our very own Kate Garraway, of course, and congratulations, because, Kate, you won the NTA Award, the National Television Award, for your absolutely remarkable documentary. Nominated for basically a year of reporting your year of...
Able to report it, Kate, and talk about it here on the programme, and you make that extraordinary documentary that you won the award for.
Derek, as you talked to Darcy, your daughter, and be a credit to him, wasn't it, that award as well? But you get the moment at all at that point. I've got school tomorrow. We send our, just hugs and love to Derek. And Darcy and Billy.
In Australia, when you were in the jungle.
You had a lot of time.
Me and Julie, we had a with them. He was so funny. It was one of the funniest.
Oh, God. You can tell.
Afterwards.
OK. OK. Well, congratulations and love to the whole family. We're going to take a break and we'll be back after this.